Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Veena Sethi, Associate Professor in Chemistry, and my today's topic is OXO reaction or hydroformylation. We were doing how to memorize organic reactions easily. In this sequence, I already have uploaded so many videos so that you can memorize all organic reactions of all books very easily. Almost 70-80% reactions you can solve with the help of these rules only. And in this sequence only, today we are going to study OXO reaction. OXO reaction is also called as hydroformylation. What we do in this reaction, we take terminal alkenes. Terminal alkenes means in which double bond is on the corner carbon, and R may be methyl, ethyl, hydrogen, any group, and we react this with the mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen, and we get insertion reaction. It is a type of insertion reaction also, because this CO group will get inserted here in carbon hydrogen bond. So this is called insertion reaction also. For this reaction, we take high temperature, high pressure, and catalyst what? Dicobalt octacarbonyl या octacarbonyl dicobalt, and we get RCH2 CH2. That many carbon we were having in our reactant also, but we are getting one more carbon in the product. So by this reaction we can increase the number of carbon atoms in the main chain, and this is the method of preparation of aldehydes, because with this reaction we can synthesize aldehydes. Okay, and what is the mechanism of this reaction? We take catalyst as dicobalt octacarbonyl. This molecule on reaction with hydrogen gives dihydrogen dicobalt octacarbonyl, but this molecule easily get converted into HCO cobalt and carbon monoxide whole 4. So there is an equilibrium between dicobalt and monocobalt complex. Now this monocobalt complex, which is pentavalent, you see here this cobalt is pentavalent. At 4 valency there are 4 carbonyl molecules and 1 is hydrogen. This is in equilibrium with tetravalent complex plus a CO. It always remains in the equilibrium with this species also. And when this molecule reacts with terminal alkenes, what happens? This double bond has pi bond, means pi electrons. These pi electrons are donated to carbon cobalt, and there is a pi bond formation. It is called pi complex also. So it will form pi complex. There is a Lewis acid base reaction. It will give electrons to cobalt, and it will make a pi complex, because CH2 double bond will get attached with CO. So we will get HCO CO4 plus CH2 double bond CH3, or CH3 may be R. So we will get this HCO CO3. Again, from pentavalent to we are getting tetravalent plus carbon monoxide, but the 5th valency is occupied by this terminal alkene molecule. On hydrogenolysis, what happens? This hydrogen molecule breaks this molecule and gives one hydrogen here and one hydrogen to this cobalt. So we are getting dihydrogen. So now it has converted into hexavalent. 3 valence, valency plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. So this hexavalent compound is a sigma complex. Why? Because this carbon monoxide, this extra carbon monoxide is inserted between this carbon and this cobalt, and one hydrogen from this molecule is coming to this carbon. So now it is only single valent because it can make sigma bond. Previously it was making bond with the help of pi electrons. Now it is utilizing sigma bond capacity. So this is the intermediate complex which readily get converted by taking one hydrogen into formaldehyde. This methyl may be R. So there is an aldehyde, not formaldehyde, aldehyde, RCH2CH2COH. This hydrogen is coming here and we are getting HCOCO3. And you see what is this? This is tetravalent and similar to this compound. It will take CO and get easily, means this is and this. They are same, so they are in equilibrium with CO. So again this will react with terminal alkene. Terminal alkene will give you pi complex. Pi complex will get on reaction with hydrogen will get converted into a sigma complex. Sigma complex again will give you this, and this cycle keeps on repeating and you are getting every time aldehydes from terminal alkenes. And in this sequence only, nowadays not only cobalt complexes, nowadays rhodium complexes are also used. But rhodium complexes as a catalyst, though they are used, but they are very costly, so we do not prefer these. It is very rare element also, so we do not use. But the other forms of oxo reactions are also very much significant, like we take RCH double bond CH2 and we react in presence of catalyst with carbon monoxide and water molecule. Previously we were reacting with carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Now we are reacting with carbon monoxide and water molecule, and we get RCH2 CH2 COOH. So this way you are getting from terminal alkene to carboxylic acids. So this is the method of preparation of carboxylic acid also. And one more transformation of this reaction is RCH double bond CH2 terminal alkene plus we react carbon monoxide and ROH, alcohol. So alcohol plus carbon monoxide on reaction with the terminal alkene in presence of high temperature, pressure and catalyst, we get RCH2 CH2 COOR, means esters. So this is the method of preparation of ester also. And to memorize only, not for mechanism, just to memorize, we can understand these reactions in another way also. That carbon monoxide has bonding structure like this, means there are two, one sigma, one pi bond and one coordinate bond where oxygen is giving electron to carbon monoxide. And when we react with hydrogen, what happens? This pi bond breaks and we get C double bond OH and hydrogen radical. So what is the difference? Here after breaking this bond, lone pair of oxygen will come back to oxygen and the two valencies of carbon will become free. And these two, on these two valency, one of the hydrogen atom will come from hydrogen and other hydrogen will remain as a hydrogen radical. And similarly, when we react to carbon monoxide and H2O, what happens? One hydrogen radical will go out and CO, means this will again get two valency free, this carbon, and on other valency it will get attached with OH, because H2O will have H and OH, H and OH here. And if we take ROH instead of water, what we get? We get this ester group and hydrogen. So ultimately, when in reaction CO plus H2 is written, it means on terminal alkene, what will happen? On one carbon means this carbon, which is not terminal, this is next to terminal. on this carbon always there will be addition of one hydrogen. This. So you will get RCH2. CH2 means this CH will get converted into CH2, and this CH2 will get attached with these radicals, whether it is aldehyde or it is acid or it is COOR. So we get either CH2, CHO or COOH or COOR. In this way we get either aldehyde or acid or esters. So this was the OXO reaction. And I hope you are getting my points and you will memorize it and you will score good marks. If you are liking these videos, I will request you to share with your friends also. Thank you.